So I'm watching this video by Gold Jacket Luke, and the title is "What Jesus and Buddha Actually Realized," and he's basically trying to say that they actually realize that even though they're gonna die physically, they're not really gonna die. Like they're gonna be around forever, and when you think about things in that light, being around forever, it changes everything. Think about this, alright? If nobody died, if everybody lived forever, and you didn't even really necessarily age very quickly, let's say you only looked old when you reached like 1,000 years old or something, there would probably be a lot more suicide because, yeah, there would be a lot more suicide. If you think about it, time puts everything in perspective. Time makes everything important. The only reason you prioritize anything or you do anything the way that you do is because you're working with time. And even if you had time on a scale of like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, like a 24-hour basis to keep track of the hours, but there was no really ending of time as far as life goes, the structure of how you would think about things is so different. Especially when something happens to you that's hard to deal with. You'd be like, fuck this. I'm not doing this forever. Fucking out of here. Fuck this. You know what I mean? But I feel like because of the fact that you only have a limited amount of time before you die, and you will die, and you only have this one life, physically here on this earth, it makes you think like, oh, I don't want to kill myself because I can make it to the finish line at least. Like, there's a finish line you could make it to. If you could live forever, people would be like, it would be a lot harder to deal with the fact that because when something shitty happens to you, your brain goes through the thought that you have to be around forever for this to always happen to you. Like, oh man, this can happen. Like, fuck. And people dying would be so much worse too, because the whole well, everyone's gonna die. That wouldn't be an excuse you could use. Be like, no, everyone's not gonna die though. I'm gonna be around forever. Everyone around me died. That would suck. It would make death a lot worse too. Because, man, someone would die and you'd be like, fuck. They died. Especially so young. They could have lived to be 800. I don't know. Time changes everything. Time changes everything. Time puts everything in perspective.